Hello. So today I'm going to record a video on working on your student's math IEP goal of representing numbers with sets of tens and ones using objects and columns and arrays, which sounds a little complicated, but it's basically just understanding numbers and base 10. So in your student's packet, they have a sheet. This is just mine. So one side has ones first, and that shows, and then it breaks it down into tens and ones, and the other side is tens and ones broken down to the full number. So just for reference, these are what we use in class. These are base 10 blocks. So these are our base 10 blocks. Obviously they represent 10, and these are our 1 blocks. So when we draw the picture on the whiteboard, we just do it in similar shapes to what we use in class. So for example, a 10 would look like a big line like this, and a 1 would just look like dots or like a little square. And that just goes along with the 10 blocks that we use in class. All right. So starting on this page, when ones are first, this is where you are going to write a number and the student is going to draw it out. So I'll pick a number. So I'll say 35 ones. So this as the teacher or the student, teacher is the parent, that's what I'm writing, 35 ones. So I give it to my student and I say 35 ones. Now we need to break that down into tens and ones. So as the student now, I would need to draw. So I would figure out, let's see. I see 3 in my tens place and 5 in my ones place. So I know there are 3 tens and 5 ones. So 35 ones is equal to 3 tens and 5 ones. So that's how you do it that direction. The other direction is starting with the tens and ones, and then the student has to figure out what number they just made. So it would look like this. It's not erasing very well. Okay, so in this scenario, the teacher or the parent will be the one drawing the picture. So I would go like this. I'll just draw a picture for them. And I would hand them the whiteboard and I would say, all right, how many tens do we see in this picture? And now as the student, I'm writing 1, 2, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see 4 tens. And 1, 2, 2 ones. So I have 4 tens and 2 ones, which means my number is 42. So one way the students are looking at the picture and then getting the number, and the other way the students are getting the number and drawing the picture, which is important just to have that dual knowledge to get a stronger understanding of base 10. Yes, so a couple other ways you could use base 10. We've been talking about comparing and contrasting numbers this week. So it would look something like this. So I give the student 2 numbers. So in this scenario, I see that my ones are the same. So I don't need to compare those are equal. But in my tens place, one I have 3 tens and one I have 2 tens. And 3 is greater than 2. So 35 is greater than 25. So working on that place value with greater than, less than would be a great skill. Another way to do that, let's see. You could do it with the ones being different. So like 16 and 19. So I see that my tens are the same, 1 and 1. And so I look to my ones place because my tens are the same. 6 is less than 9. So I know 16 is less than 19. I will also attach some songs and videos and games on your student's portfolio of things to do with base 10. And that's their IEP goal for the year, so you can work on that every day or as often as you want. That's not really like a weekly lesson, that's a lesson they should be working on more constantly. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.